We're live. I think we're live. All right, what's up, everybody? Sorry, it's been a second. Been procrastinating. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This is great stuff. We're back again with another one. Your boy Super Goshen. Back with me some more readings from the analysis and assessment of the gateway process. Yeah, I was gonna remember that. We had page one. Okay. Well, I remembered it. I remembered it. Trust me on that. Again, by the Department of the Army on June 9th, 1983. Approved for release. Approved for release. September 10th, 2003. Did they? I wonder, did they plan for that to be approved then? Or was this all hearsay? Look at that. CIA. All right. Bye, your boy. Shout out. Keep messing around. He gonna shout me out. Told y'all you be knocking at my door. Messing around. All right. Last we left off, we were talking about the absolute in perspective. No, right. This matter, legit matter, and this is how this correlates to this figure B, where the jet matter just goes circles, and then at the furthest point it breaks in two directions and all that stuff, right? And then advanced stuff happens, and this starts to happen. It's a torus, guys. It's a torus. Don't worry about that. It's a simple torus. This is a simple one. We're gonna move on. That's a simple one. This is where things fly off the rails. We've already gone off the rails, ladies and gentlemen. Already gone off the rails. I believe we ended on quality of consciousness. It's been so long. It's actually been like a day or so, but I already forgot. So my bad. It comes to the organization of the energy pattern which constitute our physical body. It's distinctly separated from it. So we're gonna start on 26, which regardless, we're gonna read this page over again. So starting with page, not page, but wait a minute. Okay. 26. We're gonna increase this so you guys can see. All right. Mm, right there. So starting with 26. Quality of consciousness. We noted earlier that the out of body state involves projection of a major portion of the energy pattern that represents human consciousness, so that it may move either freely throughout the terrestrial sphere for purposes of information acquisition or into other dimensions outside of time space, perhaps to enact with other forms of consciousness within the universe. Sorry, I'm still here. Okay, sorry, I had to. Yeah, we definitely left. We 26 was definitely the next one. Don't remember none of that. Goodness. So Right. Okay. Now I already understand that. I understand that. It's the physical plane, physical world, our world, this dimension, pretty much. Right. All that. Yeah. See. Hmm, yeah, I understand that part. Consciousness is the organizing and sustaining principle that provides the impetus and guidance to bring and keep energy in motion within a given set of parameters so that a specific reality will result. When consciousness reaches a state of sophistication in which it can perceive itself, its own hologram, it reaches the point of self cognition. Human beings have this form of elevated consciousness, as does the absolute, but in the case of the latter, it is a function of energy and its associated quality of consciousness in infinity. Omniscient, we're going omniscient. I know that's not it, but we're gonna go with it. I don't know how to pronounce that. Omniscience. Omniscience. Sorry. And omnipotent and perceptual unity. When energy returns to a state of total rest within an absolute, it returns to the continuum of consciousness in the pool of limitless, timeless perception that resides there in the pool. All right. Thus, the more complex the energy system in the material state, the more consciousness it possesses to maintain its reality. Um, okay. Our consciousness, therefore, is that our consciousness, therefore, is that differentiated aspect of the universal consciousness which resides within the absolute. It accounts for the organization of the energy patterns which constitute our physical body, but is distinctly separate from and superior to it. It comes from constitute our physical body is distinctly separate and superior. I think I understand what they're going with that. Uh, since conscious since consciousness exists quite apart from the outside of reality, beyond the bounds of time space, it, like the absolute, has neither beginning nor end. Reality has both a beginning and an end because it is bounded within time space. But the fundamental quantum of energy and its associated consciousness is eternal. When reality ends, it constitutes its oh, hold up. When reality ends, its constituent energy simply returns to infinity to the in the absolute. So when you die, you go, you return the energy, and you turn to what they're talking about the absolute. Turn to infinity in the absolute. Again, the afterworld. Yeah, I think is what they're pretty much saying. The absolute is a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit. Consciousness and perspective. Having ascertained that human consciousness is able to separate from physical reality and interact with other intelligences, oh no, with other intelligences and other dimensions within the universe, and that it is both eternal and destined for ultimate return to the absolute, we are faced with the question: so, what happens then? Since memory is a function of consciousness and therefore enjoys the same eternal character as the consciousness which accounts for its existence, it must be admitted that when consciousness returns to the absolute, it brings with it all the memories it has accumulated through experience in reality. The return of consciousness to the absolute does not imply an extinction of the separate entity which the consciousness organized and sustained in reality. Understand that the memories are attached to the energy that returns to infinity and absolute. Because remembers being in the physical body and interacting in the physical world, or what they put here, reality. Well, actually, yeah, reality. Again, physical world, um, physical plane, all that stuff. I believe that's what they're going for here. Okay, to continue on. The return of consciousness to the absolute does not imply an extinction. Oh, I'm gonna read that over again in English. Or of the separate entity, which the consciousness organized and sustained in reality. Rather, it suggests a differentiated consciousness which merges with and participates in the universal consciousness and infinity of the absolute without losing the separate identity and accumulated self-knowledge which its memories confer upon it. What it does lose is the capability of generation of independent thought holograms, since that can be done only by energy and motion. So it can't project this physical form. It's just energy, I think. In other words, it return. Just keep reading. Just keep reading, bro. In other words, it retains the power to perceive, but loses the power of will or choice. In exchange, however, this consciousness participates in the all-knowing infinite continuum of consciousness, which is a characteristic of energy in the ever-present. Consequently, it is accurate to observe that when a person experiences the out-of-body state, that he is in fact projecting the eternal spark of consciousness and memory which constitutes the ultimate source of his identity, to let it play in and learn from dimensions both inside and outside the time-space world in which his physical component currently enjoys a short period of reality. Um, play and learn. Okay, interesting. Um, where we at? Okay, we had 13 minutes. We can keep going. Keep some more. I didn't understand half that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I vaguely understand it. Probably about 30%. I believe 30% is probably like 5. But we on to 28, which is the gateway method. Which is this entire thing over here. Having put the gateway experience in context, sorry. Having put the gateway experience in context by postulating a structural outline of how and why it seems to work, and having shown what it is designed to achieve. The time has come to explain the specific techniques which comprise the gateway training process. These techniques are designed to enable the user of the gateway tapes to manipulate the high energy states, which can be achieved if the user continues to work with the tapes over a period of time. The amount of time required to reach advanced energy states and to fully exploit the techniques varies with the individual. The sensitivity of his nervous system, his general state of mind, and the extent to which he may have previously developed facility and related techniques such as transcendental meditation are all pertinent factors affecting the speed at which he may expect progress. I guess I'll be able to find out how sensitive my nervous system is, his general state of mind. Okay, get that part. And how much experience we have in these techniques like yoga, meditation, and stuff like that. All right. The gateway process begins by teaching an individual participant to isolate extraneous concerns in a visualized device called an energy conversion box. Next, the participant is introduced to a method of encouraging his mind and body to strive to achieve a state of resonance through utterance of a single tone, a monotonous, protracted humming sound that sets up a feeling of vibration, particularly in the head. He engages in this resonating tune, as it is called, by humming along with a chorus of such sounds that are contained on the gateway tape. Following this, the participant is exposed to the gateway affirmation. It is encouraged to repeat it to himself as he hears it repeated on the tape. This affirmation is a statement to the effect that the individual realizes that he is more than merely a physical body and that he deeply desires to expand his consciousness. Oh, good mercy. Good mercy. Good mercy. 29, the hemisync introduced. After that, he is exposed for the first time to the hemisync sound frequencies. It is encouraged to focus on and develop a perception of and appreciation for those feelings which accompany the synchronization of brain waves that results. Next comes the technique of progressive and systematic physical relaxation, while the hemisync frequencies are expanded to include additional forms of pink and white noise designed to put the physical body at the virtual threshold of sleep, as well as to calm the left hemisphere of the mind while raising the right hemisphere to a state of heightened attentiveness. Additional forms of pink and white noise? I wonder what being exposed to blue noise would be. That's really, um, Once all of this is achieved, the participant is invited to the participant is invited to envisage envisage in creation of an energy balloon comprised of an energy flow beginning at the center of the top of the head and extending down in all directions to the feet. Sorry, just make my mouth dry. I'm back. The energy involved in the head and extending down in all directions to the feet. The energy involved in this flow then proceeds up through the body and back out into the balloon pattern again. The energy balloon, which sets up a pattern very reminiscent of cosmic egg discussed earlier, not only enhances bodily energy flow and encourages early achievement of a suitable resonant state, it is also designed to provide protection against conscious entities possessing lower energy levels, which the participant might encounter in the event that he achieves an out-of-body state. What? Oh God. The energy balloon sets up a pattern reminiscent of the cosmic age discussed earlier, but Shannon, it goes out and it shakes around, right? Not only enhances the body's energy and encourages early achievement of suitable state, but also designed to provide protection against conscious entities possessing lower energy levels, which the participant might encounter in the event that he achieves an out-of-body state. Possessing lower energy levels. Ooh, I want to know what that means. Okay. It serves as a precautionary purpose In the unlikely event that the participant's first out-of-body experience involves direct projection outside the terrestrial sphere, physical world. Probably what they said. Probably what they said. Where we at? Bro, we straight at 20 minutes. We on. Well, it's on. It's on. We on number 30. Advanced techniques. Um, hold up. We gonna stop here. We gonna stop here. We gonna stop at 30. My bad. Oh boy. Hey, remember? Hey! It's already off the rails, ladies and gentlemen. We're already going off the rails. We're fully off the rails now. It's fully off the rails. Oh boy. Oh boy. But it's like a roller coaster. Bro. You're ready for some shit. All right. That's it. I'm gonna be back later so we can read some more. Boy. I hope y'all enjoyed the read. I know it's really isn't. I know it's terrible to listen to. Yeah, but it's fun to read regardless. I have fun reading this, so I hope y'all enjoy it. Um, even if you you don't want to hear me, just mute your boy. You know what I'm saying? Just mute your boy and follow. You can read it yourself. You know, so you can just go to your boys. You know what I'm saying? Well, do those. I'll see y'all later. 99.